we're going to look at something called Logos. I saved this particular software Bible study resource for last because it is the most all-encompassing Bible study online or software-based resource out there. This is the grandmaster of them all. I have not nearly enough time to explain all of the aspects of this piece of software. So I'm just going to show you a few things that I use it for. And just a disclaimer, I'm not paid in any way to speak about this, but two, I am also still trying to learn my way through this piece of software because it is so immense, so flexible, and it can do so many different things. It's compatible with both Mac and Windows, and there's even a phone version or a mobile version for it as well, which I won't be able to show you today, but it just has so much resources. Now, I will start off by saying there is a free version of it. You can just download and get started with it. Or there are, I don't even know how many because there's so many different paid versions of this or packages that you can buy to get you started. There's also the ability to attach this to the Logos, the Logos store, where you can go and buy tons of resources for this as well. So let me just jump in. I'll let you explore all of what it has if you're really interested in it, but let me tell you a few things that I really like it for. Now, the first thing I just want to jump over to here is so this is sort of what it looks like to work with the app, the piece of software itself. And there's a ton of different tools. This layout of how you see this, you can use multiple different layouts, whatever it is that you actually prefer to see your information before you. But essentially what I got here before me is a version of the Bible. So I'm using the English Standard Version over here. I am looking at Philippians 3:1. And so this is just for me to be able to see the Bible. Now I can see other translations. I do have an NLT that I've purchased from there as well, and I do also have an NIV that I've purchased as well from this company. But right now I'm just looking at the ESV version, and you can see there's footnotes. There's just all kinds of stuff in here. I won't even go through all of the things that are in here just alone. One great thing about this piece of software is that it has a bunch of pre-made tools that you can use to study the Bible. One of the things that it has is something called a passage guide. So if you're looking at a specific passage, let's say we're looking at Philippians chapter 3, verse 4, what this passage guide does is it gives you all of the information, all of the resources that pertain to that particular passage or that chapter, depending on what it is that you're studying. And this will change per how much resources you've possibly purchased beforehand, or what kind of actual license that you've purchased beforehand as well. And so it'll give you a report of commentaries, cross-references. I mean, an atlas, if you've purchased atlases, it literally just goes on and on with how many resources are at your disposal. Even sermons that have to do with this passage. It's just amazing. It literally is amazing how many resources it pulls together all in one place. So it's a really, really great, powerful tool in that particular way. Some other things I use it for is word studies. So I really like doing specific word studies. So looking up the word confidence here. And I also have purchased a Vines expository dictionary as well. And so I have my actual Vines definition here, the numbers that correspond to it, verse references, and it just lays it out really, really simply right in front of me. But then I also have this word study aspect of it as well. So I can see when it comes to this word confidence, where it appears in the Bible, how many times, the different words that relate to it. I can even hear, or I can see where the accumulation of it is in the actual Bible. Um, Also, it will give me a verbal, an auditory definition of what it is. So it just gives me a really great and simple place to do a word study all in one package. And then the last thing I'll just point out here, and this is just one of thousands of resources, but this came free with the program itself. But here's a Bible dictionary, the Lexham Bible Dictionary. So this is a Bible dictionary that you can use. I looked up letter to the Philippians. So as a Bible dictionary does, which we've covered in previous videos, it gives me a bunch of information and layout of the actual book of Philippians itself and where it came from, who wrote it, what it's about, historical background, all kinds of really valuable information. Like I said, I could talk all day about this, and there's professionals who do talk all day about these things, but I would just encourage you nonetheless to check out this as if you're one of those people who like to have a sort of Bible study software, and you just love the ease of that this brings, or how productive it makes your Bible study times. This is probably the grandmaster of them all, so I encourage you to check it out.